Hello and welcome. Today I wanted to share a haul from Art Miranda. Let's start. I bought this metal palette. It feels kind of heavy, but I wanted to try a completely metal palette at home. So it has 16 walls and this part. So if you take it apart, it isn't that heavy and open it up. But when it's close up, it's pretty heavy duty. So I was thinking putting some Holbein watercolors in this palette, like my staple colors. I also got some gouache. Let's start with a big tube. It's ivory black from Holbein. It's 60 ml. And I thought it would be great to do a complete sketchbook with just black and white and value studies. I also have a large tube of white, which I've been pretty happy with. So I thought I would try out the white. The only thing that's strange about this ivory black is that it isn't an ivory black, it's PBK 6. PBK 9 is ivory black and PBK 6 is a lamp black. So it's kind of odd that they named it ivory black. I'm gonna use these two in a project. I have a lot of projects in my head and I should just do them. I should make time and do those things that I want to do. So I can't wait to play with this gouache. I tend to go through white and black gouache the fastest. I also got from Holbein smalt blue. I thought it was a beautiful periwinkle like color. And it consists of the pigment PB29, PB23 and PB6. I also got a tube of the Schmincke Horadam gouache in purple magenta, which is a PR122. I have a few tubes of the Horadam gouache colors and I accidentally picked up an alizarin crimson pigment color, which isn't light fast, and I was like, oh no. So I picked up a magenta color so I would have a light fast option. I also picked up some Turner Design Gouache. I wasn't sure about picking up the Turner Design Gouache because I have more than enough gouache to try out and to review. But since I was ordering anyway, I thought I might as well pick up some colors to try out. I had a little bit of an issue. I only struggled with picking up a light fast cool red, but I think I managed. So let's look at the colors. I'm gonna swatch them as well. I picked up permanent yellow, orange, permanent red and night blue. Oh, it also says the name in Dutch and German and French. I had to think a little. I just had to. And this is like a fun primary set. Then we have ultramarine deep, permanent yellow and burnt sienna. And the last trio, coral red, sepia and cyan blue. So we're gonna swatch these in a bit. And the last thing that I picked up was the Etcher, the Perfect Sketchbook, the Signature series. And it's made of, I think it was the Fabriano Artistica watercolor paper. It's a B5, portrait size. So I'm going to keep this one closed until I at least finish up the Etcher Everyday Sketchbook before I bust into this sketchbook. But this one was on sale, so I thought I might as well pick it up to try it out. And it also says that it's vegan friendly. So let's swatch out the new colors. First up, Holbein Smalt Blue. I hope the autofocus doesn't mess up. Yes, it has issues with focusing. I love these types of colors. And you can mix them yourself. Next up, Schminker Wardon Purple Magenta. Which is just a beautiful color. And let's swatch the Ivory Black as well. It seems to be a warm black. Yeah, like a warm black color. And now it's time to swatch the Turner Gouache. The Turner Gouache has 25 ml compared to the Holbein that has 15 ml. So I'm quite curious how the Turner Gouache does. I also want to do like a quick demo. Oh, this one is already separating. Oh, maybe it's just the top. The yellow orange also has binder on top. And you can always mix the binder back in the tube or while you're painting. First up, permanent yellow. It is very smooth. Not bad. Next up, permanent yellow orange. Oh, I quite like the consistency. And next up, permanent red. I'm wondering if this is like a cool or a warm red. They all seem to have like a binder separating issue. Or maybe they are just a little bit more watery compared to other gouache brands. But it still have like the smooth texture. I would classify this more as a neutral red. Quite lovely. Next up, coral red. Like a salmon pink color. I don't know how to pronounce it. Salmon. You know the fish? I would describe that color more as salmon instead of coral. It's a lovely color. Ultramarine deep. Oh, this one didn't separate at all. It was even a little harder to squeeze out. So, this one is a PB29. A gorgeous warm blue. Then we have night blue. A cool green leaning blue, I would say. Like you can really see the green and phthalo blue in this color. The next color is cyan blue. It seems like this color seems to be a lighter version of the night blue. I'm wondering if they have the same pigments. Not really. They have different pigments. Maybe the phthalo blue is really dominating this color. Then we have burnt sienna. Like a nice warm brown. And then the last color, sepia, which is the cool brown. I don't think the separation is causing a lot of issues. It seems like it's making the gouache smoother somehow. So that's interesting. I'm also gonna do a tiny demo. I wanna paint this sketch. So I posted this sketch on the community tab and asked if I should use watercolor or gouache, and someone said gouache. I want to use these 4 colors in the painting: permanent yellow, permanent red, night blue and sepia. So here's the finished painting. I have to say this was a lot more difficult to do than I was expecting. I messed up quite a few times, but it wasn't the gouache or the paper, so I'm quite impressed over here. that it still turned out like this. The gouache is actually quite nice. It's really smooth. And it lays quite nicely. So far it's pretty good. And I would say it's indeed designer gouache because it's very smooth and very vibrant. So yeah, I'm quite surprised by how this portrait painting turned out. I did struggle, I'm not gonna lie. The Holbein white is also very pigmented. I also really liked how the yellow on the painting worked with the color of the skin tone. I noticed as soon as I started laying more gouache, which I shouldn't have done because I started to overwork it, it had like a beautiful yellow glow, so it's a plus point. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how it turned out. Here are the dried gouache colors. I really like how smooth the Turner gouache is. It just kind of surprised me that there's so much binder in it, but it helped to make the paint glide a lot more. I don't know what's inside this paint. Is there now? There is a label on the back side. But the fact that I just kept on painting, it's a good sign for the Turner Design Gouache. And look how flat these colors swatch. So that was the video. Thank you for watching and I definitely hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.